Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, networking your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Network. We on top of our game. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
All Sports, All Plays Network. This is Fast Break. This your boy, Freddie Henderson. I'm in the house. Right next to me is my main brother, my brother from Southern California. What's going on, Jonathan?
What's going on, fellas? I know this is an NBA show, but I'm fired up after what happened last night with the Dodgers, baby. Moving on.
You should be.
And my brother
After
right
a screwed
under
up
me.
call.
And my brother right under
I
me.
see it right.
And my brother right below me from East Texas, Mr. Chris. What's going on, Chris?
What's up, Fred? How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm wonderful. I'm good. I'm in a good mood, ready to talk some sports. And then I don't know where Will's from, so I'm not going to shout him out of location.
Augusta, Georgia.
Hey, my dude, my man, the myth, the legend, the guy that runs for me, though. The man runs for me. My man, Will. What's going on, Will?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? Thanks for having me here, man.
No problem. Gentlemen, Tuesday is the day. It is official. The 2021-2022 NBA season is started. Hey, man, you talking, it's crazy, bro. Just think about this. Storylines, the NBA haven't even started yet, and storylines are coming out the woodworks.
You got drama everywhere.
Everywhere. You got drama in Philadelphia, drama in Brooklyn, drama in LA. You got drama everywhere.
Yep.
Even in New Orleans. In New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. I heard about your boy.
Man. That's good for us because this should make this a jam-packed show. But you guys know where I want to start with this.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to start what we seen in the preseason.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, my Lakers. We went 0-6. 0-6.
That's nothing to be proud of.
Should I be afraid?
We already have 5 guys injured on the roster.
And it's signs of things to come, baby.
Should I be afraid?
Yes.
Those are the young guys. Some of those are the young guys injured. Imagine them old bones.
Yeah.
Should that be a question?
William, should I be afraid? Tell me why. What's your thoughts on this Laker team so far in preseason?
You should be very concerned over what's going down with the Lakers. They're not gelling. They're not showing any type of teamwork right now. Russell Westbrook is not playing his best ball, and for some reason they decided to make him the point guard. If it was me, I still would have kept the ball in LeBron's hand, but that's just me. They're not coming together as a team. You got LeBron out there mean mugging people, but as a team, they're just not playing together right now. And I realize it's preseason. It is early. Maybe they get it together. I don't know, but it's not looking very good right now.
Chris, what's your thoughts on it?
It is, it's just the preseason. You can't really put too much into it. The big three only had 2 games together, and then I think everybody only suited up for one, as a complete unit. So I mean, you can't put too much on it right now. But one thing I would be concerned about if you're a Lakers fan is Westbrook and his turnovers.
He's not playing his best ball, that's for sure.
Well, that's his. I mean, he's gonna have a high amount of turnovers, but the preseason has been ridiculous.
That's why I was saying when they first picked him up, I would still keep the ball in LeBron's hands. He would still be the guy because when you look at it from he's the best point guard on the team. And I would still keep the ball in his hands and let the offense still flow through him. I would not let the offense flow through Russell Westbrook. He's more of a scorer's mentality, a killer. And if you want to give him the ball within that context, fine. But when it comes to setting up your offense, you still need to let Bron handle that ball.
Yeah.
All right, John.
And like the thing is, he hasn't been really impressive either. And like one thing you can count on with AD is at the free throw line, and preseason he hasn't showed it.
Yeah, Jonathan, what you think?
Yeah, you know what? Look, guys, these losses have not been pretty, but let's not overreact.
Thank you.
I mean, it's only preseason. These games have been close, most of them. There's been a few blowouts as well. And the Lakers have been clearly outplayed at every turn. So, I mean, it hasn't really looked good for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook doesn't look like that ball-dominant guard that we've seen. In the past, he's struggling. I don't know if he has butterfingers because he's losing the ball a lot. He's turning it over constantly. I'm not too concerned, though, because it's only preseason. Like I said, I want to see more. I want to see what they'll be able to do during the regular season, because that's when the games start to matter. It's what they can do in the regular season. And like Chris said, you can't put too much into the preseason. This is only a small sample size of the Lakers, and you're not seeing everyone play a full 48 minutes, because of you don't want your best players to get injured. So you're not going to play your best players the entire game. Let's see how it all plays out when the games start to officially count.
You know what? Will just came on this show and just brought up a lot of hatred, a lot of blasphemy.
I was talking about
delusional.
I was talking about your boy in a positive sense. Come on now.
Because what I seen some positive. Yes, the first couple of games the big three played, it didn't look too good. But yesterday, it looked like they was finally coming together. Westbrook only had 3 turnovers. He had like 15, 16 points. He had assists. Him and LeBron was doing. And can we stop the narrative about LeBron James? You guys seen him yesterday. 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Doing his thing. Doing what LeBron does. Showing you that he's still the best player in the game. Still showing you.
Chris.
Against the Kings.
Against a good young Kings team.
Did you see LeBron mean-mugging people? He was mean-mugging people.
So,
look, man, all I'm saying is this, Fred. I don't mean to cut you off, but all I'm saying is this, man. They are not looking. I know it's preseason. I get that. But you got to start looking good at some point, and AD has got to start going back to being AD.
That was the only bad game yesterday. The only one.
Yet.
The big thing for him is staying healthy. He has to stay healthy. This man has shown me that he's made of broken glass. Like I said before, Freddie, you heard me say this many a times. You need to tape him up, tape across his jersey, fragile.
Y'all need to put it right. Y'all need to put that man in some.
This man can break really easily.
Y'all need to tape that man up in some aluminum foil or something, some Reynolds wrap.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Dante.
Hold
on, y'all.
Yeah.
Coach Dante. Hey, are you willing to come on the show tonight? Because I want to ask you with this next topic. I would love to hear your input about it because I want to hear. I'm really want to know what Will and Chris have to say about it.
Man, but I'm loving opening night though, fellas. I'm loving opening night.
Man, hey, but all I'm saying is, man, and then and I want to address what Nate said. Nate said he's not concerned about the wins or losses. He's more concerned about the injuries. I'm not, because just like Brooklyn, long as KD, Harden, and whenever Kyrie comes back, if he comes back,
Right.
long as any of the big three don't go down, you can find replacements around them. It's more about the three than anybody else.
But
And
the issue
so,
with, I'm sorry, go ahead, Fred. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
But the issue with that is look at one of the big three for the Lakers. What they just say, he's made of glass.
But he's not hurt. I'm talking about the ones that's hurt right now. You know,
right
and
now.
they're minor
but
injuries.
How long?
Malik
do you
Monk
depend
gonna
on
play
AD, though?
game one. Kendrick Nunn gonna play game one. Ellington with only ones that's not is THT and Ariza. They had surgery.
Right.
Other than that, the other one's just little small injuries. So I'm not concerned about the role players. And I must say, man, Melo look good. Melo looks
has
really
looked
He has
good.
looked good. He has
Hey,
looked
I'm
good.
like, oh,
He might be the guy who can keep it together for him. Because
LeBron won't have
yeah.
nothing for him.
he might be the guy who can keep it, because if you look at him, typically he's been pretty healthy over his career. So he might be the guy to keep it together.
You're right. And Carmelo Anthony also is almost out of the door. Reality is starting to set in.
Mhm.
He's hungry for an NBA championship. So, of course, joining a Lakers team that's built for a championship, he's going to play his hardest because he knows this might be his last chance to win that ring that he's been longing for a very long time.
Oh yeah.
Is it Melo's last year?
No.
No.
Melo got about another 2 to 3 solid years left.
I would say
If he's
two.
if
I'd say
he's
two.
if he's
If
playing,
the Lakers win, Freddie, he's out. He's
I don't know. Melo. I mean, you guys have to remember he sat out for what, a year or two.
Year and a half.
Yeah, so I mean, he's still fresh. If he's playing the role that he's playing now, if you want to go back to old Melo, then it's not gonna last long, you know. But if he's like, he's just. Hey, one thing about Melo I like about him is that you can put it. You know, he can shoot that three, but you can put him in the post as well.
Yep.
Because he's still big. He still, uses his body for his advantage. But this next topic, I think hopefully we can get Coach Dante on, because it's gonna get interesting, man. And Jonathan, I don't want to hear nothing about Jonathan, because Jonathan been very biased to LeBron. He's been very biased to a lot of everybody on the team, and I don't really want to. I swear, William, LDZ, Tyler, Mike, Tony, and Mike then got to Jonathan head and let him start thinking this, this hate. Because he the stuff that I've heard him say this summer, he used to never say.
Look, Freddie,
I'm sorry. Not.
I'm neutral. No, it's not anyone else's fault. It's me, okay? Look, I'm neutral, and I keep it real, Freddie. That's I'm not like the typical Laker fan that's gonna sit here and be a cheerleader for the team. That's not what I do, Freddie.
William, do you know what the difference is?
I'm a Laker fan in a sports. I'm not Laker.
I'm sorry. That's funny. I'm sorry. William, do you know what Jonathan is feeling himself today, because he's not wearing his white tee, not wearing the tee, he's in his polo.
I like that shirt, man. I was gonna compliment you earlier.
I just think at some point.
Me too, but it's just I'm not used to him in no polo.
I just think at some point you have to look at things sort of objectively. Yes, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan to the day I die, but I know Ben Dog gonna wear the Bulls ain't no championship contenders right now. I know in my heart I know they ain't no championship contender. It's gonna be a while before they get to that point. And I think what Jonathan sees is the same thing. He's starting to be a little bit more objective to what the situation is. Yes, he wants the Lakers to win. Yes, he's always going to be a fan, but he's also not thinking hard over here.
Look at your wife, Jonathan. Look at your wife.
Yeah, that's just the way.
Hey, Miss Denise, please make sure Jonathan wear a polo shirt on every show now.
Yeah.
Please make that happen. I beg you.
That ain't my thing all the time.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, your wife will make it happen, man.
You know what?
And you married,
I said I was gonna start doing that instead of
I'm a
the
graphic tee
t-shirts.
type of fella, man. That's just me. That's who I am.
when you married and you have a woman, and she gonna make sure. Gonna make sure of it.
Hey, I'm a graphic tee, Jordan type shoe guy. That's me, okay?
But Miss Mathis is gonna make sure You have a polo shirt on for now on.
See,
It
Will ain't,
feels like a 15 hero.
see, Will ain't got to worry about it because Will ain't married. Ain't getting married no more. I'm done with
get off
that.
of this
So,
show. Get off of this show.
I'm done with it.
This is embarrassing.
Hey, we need all the views we can get, man. Let her stay on.
I ain't got to worry about none of that. I ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm a single man, and I'm gonna stay a single man. I ain't got to worry about none of that.
It's all love. It's all love.
None of that.
Hey, but gentlemen, let's move it on. I'm gonna kind of put this where we all on the screen because, like I said, I already know Jonathan's opinion because we talked about it Wednesday. But I wanted to get where you two guys' opinion and where you guys are at. And this is on the Kyrie Irving situation. You know, we all know what's going on. You know, the state mandate in San Francisco, California, and New York. You know, said you playing sport inside sport, that's being to play. Now, first, Kyrie came to the season playing just only away games. Well, Brooklyn now have met with the Kyrie, KD, Harden, and said that if you're not going to get vaccinated, then you're not going to play with us or practice at all. Okay, at first we haven't heard from Kyrie, but we finally heard from him on IG Live. I'm not sure if you guys heard. But so where do you guys stand on the whole Kyrie Irving deal? Either one, whichever one you guys want to go first.
You go first, Chris.
All right.
I ain't gonna like what I got to say.
I get both points on it. Like, I understand Kyrie does not want to take the vaccine, but at the same time, you're not a hero for not wanting to do it. Don't pretend that you are. You're not, bigger than the NBA. You're not bigger than the Nets. This is just your personal decision. So don't make it like a media, this big circus of what it is. You're gonna opt out. Move. Stop being a distraction. Just if you're gonna leave. You're gonna retire. Do it. But I mean, in all honesty, it's gonna be kind of hard for. I don't really see any team really want to deal with them. Like I get, if you go to Oklahoma or Sacramento, they may do it just for box office purposes. But down the line, you still got to think about how many games he's going to miss because there's other teams, who or other states who are going to have that mandate. So he's still going to have to sit out some, and he's just not worth the distraction. I know he's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's doing too much.
Yeah, well, he says he's not retiring. He said that the other day in his Instagram video that we did play on Just Say the Truth Wednesday night. When that video, when he did that video, I don't know where Kyrie Irving is in his mind right now. I don't know if his heart is with basketball. I think this is a man who is thinking about taking a hiatus, stepping away from the game of basketball. I'm not too sure if he's ready to give it up 100%. And that's the thing. We just don't know about Kyrie Irving. We don't know this man's state of mind or what his intentions are. All we know is that he is not dependable at the moment, that you can't expect him to play in every single game, that his presence is not a guarantee, and you don't know because some days Kyrie Irving is fully committed and in other days he doesn't want to play basketball. This man wants to take vacation in the middle of the season, and you can't do that. You have to be either fully on board or, hey, I'm stepping away, and basketball is not my thing. I understand you have other aspirations and other things in mind, but if you want to turn your attention to other things, then I think it's best that you step away from basketball and even announce retirement.
Let me step in on this for a quick second. And here's the thing. I'm going to take this from an athlete's point of view. Running track and field in high school the way I did. I've got no problem with you making that personal decision not to take the vaccine. I get it for whatever reason. Respect all that.
Right.
But at the same point, you're not in a single sport. This is not tennis. This is not golf. You have teammates that you have to protect and worry about. And my issue is, hey, do you on taking the vaccine? But the minute you cause me to get sick and start missing game checks, Nah, bro. We're gonna have some serious issues. Some
Mhm.
serious issues. I'm missing game checks. You might get me sick. I take that back home to my family. Get them sick. That's unacceptable for me. Unacceptable. You get vaccinated. Once you get vaccinated, you play whatever season you have to play. You sign a contract to that team. You made a commitment to your teammates that you will be there. Anything past injury. Once you want to do this social justice stuff, you got plenty of time to do it after you retire. You can retire at 35. That's old for the NBA, but not old for life.
That's some good points.
You can do that when you get done with the NBA, go be a social justice warrior. But at this point, right now, you signed a contract to the Brooklyn Nets. You made a commitment to your teammates. Take the vaccine. If you don't want to do it for you, do it for your teammates and their family. You are holding up a potential championship winning team because you don't want to do what you need to. And that's just stupid. And then when you go through the IG live and say, I'm gonna be the voice of the voiceless. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're not CM Punk. The voice of the voiceless? Really? Oh my gosh.
You know what? I think he has drawn a fair comparison to Colin Kaepernick in a way. Not by taking a knee. No,
he have not.
I get where he's going with that to a certain extent.
How he's going about the social injustice thing. That's the only comparison I'm making.
Right.
But Jonathan, the thing with Colin Kaepernick, guess what? We heard him talk what he was trying to do. We don't really know what Kyrie's wanting to do, what he's standing up for. Have we ever seen him stand up in a podium telling us what he wants to do, what he's standing up for?
And I think that's the issue a lot of people have with it, Freddie. The fact that he's not coming up himself and saying these things. He's doing stuff over IG Live. That's not good enough. When you're making statements like this, you need to come front and center and face the media yourself and let them know what's going on so we get the proper understanding. Again, I disagree with what he's doing right now. Get vaccinated. Do what you need to do with your team. If you want to be the voice of the voices after your career is over, that's your business. But right now, your concern should be for the Brooklyn Nets and playing ball.
Well, this is where I stand. Okay, you have your right. You have an opportunity. You have your right to not get vaccinated. You 100% do. Okay. Well, if you're going to choose that route, then you need to step away because what you're doing is taking up a spot on the roster for some young kid or somebody that's waiting for an opportunity.
That's right.
Because it's really sad because if you think of Kyrie Irving, it's tending to be the same thing every year now. Tending to be the same old. We started in Cleveland. All of a sudden, you win a championship one year. And then the next year, it seemed like Kyrie's hearing news that him and LeBron not seeing eye to eye. There's something, he's wishing that he get enough attention like LeBron's going to get, something like that. There's something that went wrong, and I don't even think we know the full truth of what happened in Cleveland, to be honest with you. Then you went to Boston. You get hurt. Okay, then the next year you get mad. Next year you come and clearly, it was some kind of chemistry issue. It wasn't gelling. The team just did not fit right after that. And then you called LeBron and said, LeBron, I'm sorry. I did not know it was this hard to be a leader, and all that stuff. And so they kicked you out of Boston. They was glad you're gone. Now you recruited KD. You recruited KD to go to Boston, okay? So KD was hurt, so he had to sit out that year. Kyrie came in, 20 games in. He get hurt. Okay, the next season, then you have him leaving for however long he left last season. Taking days off. Didn't tell nobody he was leaving. Didn't communicate with teammates. Didn't communicate with his boss. Then you make a comment talking about you don't need a head coach. This is the same guy that said the earth is flat. Then I mean, we can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. And then you turn around this year. Okay. And I just want to let everybody know because all my friends on Facebook, keep saying this. This is not an NBA thing. This is not a Brooklyn Nets thing. This is a state law.
Mm-hmm.
When state laws get involved, the NBA have no control over that.
Nope.
Right.
Because they keep trying to say the NBA. No, it's not the NBA.
Players Association can't help you with this.
They've already said that they won't involve. You know, they can't force it. The Players Association said they cannot force the vaccine.
And that's because of the bargaining agreement that they have in place right now. So this is not the NBA. This is state mandates. And my thing is, you have your rights. Everybody have your rights, 100%.
Yep.
But you have to remember, like Will said, this is a team. You are on a team that's a favorite to win a championship. You're letting your brothers down by you not taking care of your business. And then, I mean, Kyrie Irving, how much of a distraction do you really want to be? Because you're become a big distraction. I mean, in order to build chemistry with a team, you need to be able to practice with the team. You need to be able to play with the team. You need to be able to go out on dinners with the team, build some kind of chemistry. You've seen what happened last year. You know, could it be you guys only played so many games during the season? Then when you guys all wanted to come in the playoffs, maybe something that had to do with why you and James Harden got hurt. That could have had something to do with it. But all I'm saying is, you know, he do come off being selfish. Because and you know what, Will, he don't even have to retire to talk about the social injustice. He act like he can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. We see many players that do both.
Or he can do it during the off season.
Yeah,
he can do it during the season.
But we see many players do it at the same time. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be done with it. We move on to the next topic. Because once Kyrie Irving retires from the NBA, his voice goes from here to because ain't nobody gonna care about him no more.
Ain't nobody gonna listen.
You have to use your platform, which is the NBA platform, to get heard. So that's all I gotta say.
You have to use the platform that you have effectively too. Right now on this podcast, we have 4 black men who's using their platform in a positive way to help people. He's not doing that at all. So I don't get it.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna make some laughter. We're gonna lighten up the room. This summer, you talking about a team who made a lot of improvements, a lot of additions, and it's rumored to be a great team this year. I'm going on the East. The Chicago Bulls. They brought in Lonzo Ball.
Yes, sir.
They got DeMar DeRozan.
That's right.
Alex Caruso.
Yes, sir.
They already got Vucevic down there.
Vucevic.
And then you got the high slammer and Zach LaVine.
Yes, sir.
What is the ceiling for this team this year? I'm gonna go with you, Will, and shout out to Mike. He's posting in a group chat that Justin Field is at the WNBA game, and you know that dude is going crazy down there right now.
Oh yeah. I think the max ceiling for the Bulls this year would be 4th in the East. I think that'd be their max where they go. Their basement's probably the 7th seed in the East. But I think they have a good chance to get that 4 seed. I think we've improved enough to get past the Knicks. I think we can give Atlanta trouble as well. Vucevic doing his thing. Bench is not bad with Kobe White, Alex Caruso. The only thing I take issue with is my boy Frank Williams. I know a lot of people like him. I know Mike like him, but I'm starting to see some cracks in the armor that's causing the concern for me. I want to know what he's going to do offensively. Defensively, I think he'll be fine, but I want to know what can he do offensively to help this ball club. Is he going to hit the mid-range jumper? He's never been a really good three-point shooter, at least in college. I know he can rebound. But I just want to see what he can do. Well, maybe it's going to be down to the point to where we have so much offensive firepower with the other players then we don't need him on the offensive end. So that's my only concern is him. But I think Max ceiling is 4th. The basement is 7th.
I'm so yeah. So, all right, Chris, I'll let you go with this one.
That's 100% what I was gonna say. I could see them getting 4 seed. I mean, we already know the top 3 is pretty much wrapped up in the East.
Mm-hmm.
The lowest I can see him is play-in. I don't think they'll be a play-in team, but I mean, you know, it's a possibility. But with the moves they made, Lonzo, he's got that shot down now.
Yep.
He's hitting threes. I mean, we already know he has great court vision. It's going to be a good show watching him and Levine. We know what the GOAT Caruso can do coming off the bench.
Stop it.
He wouldn't say, but he wasn't saying that when Caruso was a Laker, though.
I did not say that when Caruso was a Laker.
Listen here, man. The best this team can be, there ain't no 4 seed. There ain't no 4 seed.
What?
They can be no. They're about their best they can be is a 6 seed at
Don't be
best.
hating, man.
You got Brooklyn.
Don't be hating.
You got Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia,
Okay.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
So we ain't better than the Knicks. We ain't better than the Hawks.
I believe the Hawks is, but Trae Young makes that Hawks team better.
Now you asked us the ceiling. The ceiling is 4 seed. That's as high as they could get. That's a possibility.
That's
It's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, but how they can get a 4 seed.
Anything after the 4th seed is kind of up in the air. Like it's hard to really say what the seeding is going to look like, you know. But I definitely think Chicago's in that 4th spot, that 5th spot, somewhere around there. You know, because in the East you got the Heat. Yes, I like the Heat at 3. I like the Bucks at 2 and Brooklyn at 1. It's just a trendy pick.
So
Right.
we put in Philly.
And then I might put. I don't know about Philly, man. I'm not feeling. They got too much infighting chaos going on there, and there's just so much going on with that organization that I gotta knock them down a little bit.
Jonathan, one thing that me and you both know, when it comes to two big men in the guard fighting, we remember when Kobe and Shaq, they was feuding for a while. But guess what? When it comes to being on the court, hey, they wanted to win and they dominated. So we do know that.
Yeah, they did dominate, but the Lakers could have actually won more if those guys would have stayed together and they couldn't work it out.
That's true.
Facts.
But I believe that, you know, they're professionals. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, they're professionals, and they will find a way to make this work. And because, I mean, Ben Simmons, I mean, to me, he pulled an Aaron Rodgers. Nobody want to say that. He pulled an Aaron Rodgers. He had all this hype in the offseason. Oh, I'm not coming back. I'm done for good. And look who rolled back up in Philadelphia.
That's all.
So I just want to say one thing real quick.
That's all fine. I want to say this real quick. That's fine and dandy. But will Ben Simmons give his 100% is the bigger question.
Ben Simmons might pull a James Harden. Hey,
No.
look, I'm gonna be professional when I get here.
No.
But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get out.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, they have no.
He's a disgruntled wants to change the scenery, doesn't want to be there.
No, Jonathan.
Real clear.
Ben
that he
Simmons
wants
has
out
to
of
go.
Philadelphia.
Ben Simmons has to go in there 100%. Because one thing I know, Philadelphia, those fans ain't gonna put up with that crap. LA, they don't put up with that crap. So he can't go into Philadelphia. Hey, you know Philadelphia fans are hard on their players.
I think the fans already ran him out of town, and I think he knows that.
But I think the thing is, he does have to go hard. I know he doesn't want to, but for his trade value.
Right.
Because what is the last image we have of Ben Simmons? Passing up the layup and they losing the game. Like he has to improve off of that if he does want to get out. So he's gonna have to ball.
So I just wanted to say one thing real quick. My 2 favorites to be in the conference finals, not the NBA finals, but the conference finals, is Miami and Chicago.
Wow.
What?
No Philly, no Brooklyn, no Milwaukee. Miami and Chicago.
Miami got some dogs now. Miami got some dogs.
Hey, Nate, I love that.
Miami got some dogs now.
But everybody, I believe everybody want to see Nets and Lakers down the final. I think everybody want to see the KD versus Bron. I mean, Westbrook versus KD.
Not me. I want things to go back. I still want Chris Paul to get his ring.
Your dude, Chris Paul, is done, Chris. Your dude is done. Hey.
Whatever, man. We finna pay Aiden his money. He gonna be excited, and we're gonna get back to the finals.
Are you gonna pay his hands?
Man,
No, he doesn't. No, we're not paying him that money.
man, Phoenix just need to get bigger. That's the thing that killed them in the finals. They're not a very big team.
They got JaVale, but that's it.
Nuggets and Suns for the West.
Who'd he say?
Lakers and Suns.
Well, speaking of the West, we're gonna go to the LA team, not the Lakers. The
I know one of them ain't gonna go. I don't know one of them. Yeah, the Clippers ain't going nowhere.
Without Kawhi Leonard, because without Kawhi Leonard, how far do you believe Paul George can lead that Clipper team into the West? And Chris, check your phone, by the way. Jonathan.
First round exit. Oh, my bad.
First round exit.
Well, last year they didn't get eliminated in the first round. They had a pretty deep run. But I think that's going to be a little different this year when you got a number of teams that's finally healthy. I mean, Dallas is going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Portland is going to be in contention.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going anywhere. Of course, you got the Lakers that's going to be healthy again. If they can stay healthy, that's remains to be seen. You got a deep, crowded Western Conference that can really contend, and it won't be as easy for the Clippers. You still got the Phoenix Suns. I mean, you got teams that have experience and that knows what it's like to get, to the top. So I just don't see the Clippers having that magical run that they had last season. And I definitely don't think Paul George is capable of pulling the entire load. I mean, that's a lot of weight on one man's shoulder. And a guy who has a tendency of pulling a disappearing act, I just don't know how far he can carry that team without Kawhi Leonard. I think the whole purpose of him coming to LA was to team up with a guy like Kawhi Leonard that can, help him pull some of that weight. And now that he's without his buddy, I just don't think he can carry the load.
Definitely, Kawhi helped him take the pressure off. And I just think a whole season without Kawhi, it's going to expose Paul George. He's never really done it before by himself. If you look at his history in the NBA, even with the Pacers, he had help. It wasn't just him. So I'm not a big fan of the Clippers. You guys know that. And I agree. First round exit.
To answer, so I want to respond to this, to Mr. Iverson. Let me tell you, you might not be afraid of us, but you're going to have to fear us. You might not be afraid, but you're going to have to feel us. Because I'm going to tell you, Westbrook down there now, he ain't Dennis Schroeder. He ain't going to score 0 points. You best believe that.
He going to have 14 turnovers.
You best believe that. Oh, you see old Bron still look like Bron? AD. Yeah, y'all going to have to see us. Y'all going to see us. You don't want those.
Freddie, you keep talking. I'm going to ask Booker to go out and ball out.
Yeah, you better ask him.
We'll see. What day do the Suns and the Lakers play?
The second game. I won't be on fast break next Friday. I'll be watching that. This is
man, I may have to do it live, man. Just talk during it.
Well, if you do that, I might come on. It just been all this disrespect for you get.
Hey, should we just make next week's fast break a play-by-play reaction?
You probably want to hear the language, man. We can't have my language.
Have language like that. I do want to say one thing too.
He have a torn ACL, I believe.
Yeah, and I do want to say one thing too. They might not be a championship contender, but I think they'll still be a team to be dealt with. Don't forget the Denver Nuggets. You got Jamal Murray coming back healthy. So Jokic. So while I'm not going to sit here and say they're a championship contender, I'm not saying that in any sense of the imagination. They're still going to be a tough out. And that's another team the Clippers are going to have to try to get through, which I don't think they can get through.
And then we have to worry about the Warriors. Because the Warriors without Klay Thompson, this year going to be good. But we adding Klay Thompson, that's just going to open a whole other dynamic to that team. And so, hey, the West is loaded like always.
Forget about Utah.
And,
I'm sort of kind of forgot them though.
Utah is like that regular season team. Playoffs come. Donovan Mitchell gonna play all out, but can we expect the others to follow?
My
I
issue,
mean,
my issue is the fall off Rudy Gobert has during the playoffs. That's my issue. I mean, it's like every time that man 7 foot what? 7'8", and it's like he something always happen. He can't get out on the switches or something always happens to where he's targeted by these teams, and next thing you know, Utah gone. So until they do something different, you ain't fooling me again. That's like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on me. She fooled me twice, shame on you. No, can't do it.
yes, sir. All righty. Well, let's keep it moving. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's reports that this could be a good possibility that this would be Greg Popovich's last season as a head coach for the Spurs. How will you remember Greg Popovich, and do you guys believe that this should be his last year?
I will remember him as a genius, as someone who had the brilliant mind of a head coach, someone who had a legendary career as an NBA head coach and had the privilege of coaching three of the best players in NBA history. I'm talking about Tim Duncan, a Hall of Famer, Manuel Ginobili, and Tony Parker. And, you know, he was part of a team that went on a dynastic run, that, you know, did it the right way, found that winning formula and maintained great success for many, many years. And you saw it. San Antonio was at one point one of the most dominant teams in the NBA. No one could stop them at times. They were just too good. And the brilliance of Greg Popovich to draft some of the best players, not only in out of college, but from around the world. You know, this is a team that was made up of international players from the Euro League and that good stuff. So that's how I will always remember Greg Popovich, as someone who really knew how to put a team together and always kept a winning product on the floor. And that's what made him such an amazing head coach. And he was highly regarded, well respected around the league. He will definitely be missed if this is his last season.
I'm just gonna always remember all the championship he kept Braun from winning. That's what I'm remembering for. He kept Braun from winning.
Why do you hate on this man so much? I mean, I don't know who's worse, you or Skip Bayless.
Because you on here, Fred. I gotta mess with you.
I mean, Skip Bayless, man, goes to work out.
Prince James.
I mean, Skip Bayless, he go work out, and the first thing he thinks about is hating on LeBron.
That's awkward, man. It's 2 a.m. You tweeting about LeBron, like, bro, yeah, that's what is you doing?
Weird. But for real though, but for real though, I'll give Popovich his props, man. He did some amazing stuff, man. All those championships he won, he kept that team relevant. He made trades that changed the game somewhat. And I'll give it to him, man. Incredible coach, winning culture. Even went to the international plays, and he won international games and went over there. So great coach, man. He's going to be really, really missed. And he did it from the side of both domestic and international play, and he gelled all that talent together to create a winner. So shout out to Pop, man. If this is your last year, I salute you.
The way I'm gonna remember Pop is just like, you know, what he stands for. You know, he's his military background, straightforward. You know, don't play around, but you know, is a good guy, good man, good human being, and stands for what's right in basketball and in the world today. He's, in my eyes, he's the best coach in the NBA history of all time. Reason that people say Phil Jackson, but he have 11 rings. I understand that, but look what the teams that Phil Jackson coach. But when you talk about Popovich, who took talent that was not projected to be as good as they were, and kind of groomed them and trained them into the players that they became. Nobody projected Kawhi Leonard to be who he is today.
That man made Manu Ginobili an International Hall of Famer.
Exactly. So to me, Popovich is going to be well missed, and I believe it's going to be Miss Becky. She's going to be taking his spot, and I really believe if she wanted to be, she could have been the head coach this summer. But Pop probably said, "Hey, this is going to be my last season. Just hold off, and I'm going to let you take my spot, and hey, I'm going to let you run with it." But yeah, hey, Pop, it's your last season. You'll be missed. Much love to you. Hey, shout out to you.
Yeah, I agree with everything y'all just said. Pop is the greatest coach ever, and I really feel like, even when we're saying that, I still feel like Pop was just never appreciated like he should have been. Like I said, people talk about Phil Jackson. You hear about Pat Riley, George Karl. Let's not forget, Pop is a Ray Allen 3-pointer away from 6-0 in the finals too. I mean,
George Karl.
People talk about him, more than Pop, actually.
Yeah, but George Karl
was disgusting.
George Karl though had a reputation for getting his team there,
not
finishing the job.
Right.
Yeah, but still, he is, because he has a lot of wins. So
he was the Marty Schottenheimer of the NBA.
All them wins and got nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But gentlemen,
touch base on what Freddie just said too, like off the court, Greg Popovich is just a great man. You can tell that in his post-game interviews, how he not only holding his team accountable, holding just the country accountable for errors, just a great voice. Pop is what Kyrie wants to be.
All right, so to all our viewers out there, this is the All Sports All Plays Network. Make sure you go follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Twitter, everything, and in between. We're going to take a few minutes, like a commercial break. Whoever comments on our videos the most will win a free T-shirt. But we'll be right back after this commercial.
This is the Fox D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at foxdnetwork.com.
As you can see, you can also find us on the Fox D Network on Roku TV and Apple TV and all those good things as well. For the last topic of the night, just to have fun, I've been poking at everybody's team, but Chris's. Chris, I almost called you that name. I text you. I had to hold myself. We're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns. This year, one of the most luckiest teams in the NBA. One of the luckiest teams in the NBA. The Bucks was one of the luckiest teams in the NBA as well. Because of injury, they went to the finals. But now
come on, man.
Stop bringing that up.
You can only play
luck.
You can only play your schedule.
It was luck.
Play what's in front of you.
What?
Well, so let me ask you a question. And be biased. You're biased. You're very black when you come to the Lakers. So, if that team was healthy, do you really believe the Phoenix Suns could beat them?
I go say it in front. Yeah. Phoenix is not a slouch. Phoenix is not. No, Phoenix is not a slouch by any means whatsoever. They have a good team. They're well coached. Booker is no joke. DeAndre Ayton is no joke. Chris Paul is still playing at a high level despite his age. They could have won that series even if the Lakers were healthy. I mean, their record during the regular season. Just saying, yeah, just saying they could have won that series even if the Lakers were healthy. They were still a very good team. Come on, man, give them credit, man.
You talking about a team when Anthony Davis was healthy by himself, who dropped 40. Because nobody on that team could stop him. We beat him by yourself, and you can't stop it. Iverson, he said, "Hold up. If the Suns are lucky, why couldn't the Blazers beat an injured Denver team or Jazz beat a team injured Clippers?" Because for one, we can see why Damian Lillard wants out, and then at that time the Jazz was a good team, with Donovan Mitchell, even though he's dealing with injuries. And I don't know if you guys seen the report that Shams put out, I believe yesterday. He said if Portland started off slow, there is a chance that Damian Lillard could request a trade.
I would have been got rid of that. I would have been got rid of Lillard. I would have been got rid of Lillard by now. He would have been off my roster. That's a distraction like I don't know what. He would have been off my roster.
You think it's a distraction?
Yeah. Because if you go back, look at last year. Look at how last year ended. If that report is true, he's gonna start acting up. And he's gonna start acting up in that locker room, and his teammates are gonna see that.
I don't think Dame's that person.
Yeah, I don't see Dame being that guy neither. I think Dame's a little bit more different.
I just see him showing his out of frustration at these games because they're not the best team in the West right now. And I just see him showing frustration, and that right there, his teammates will be able to pick up on that frustration. And I just think he should have been off that roster. Yeah, I would have got rid of him.
I agree with that. They should have traded him.
I would have got rid of him over the summer because it's going to be nothing but frustration on top of frustration. And he won't be a distraction, outward distraction, but you'll see it. You'll see it, and his teammates will see it too.
Man, hey, if you want to come to LA, Dame, you can.
For what? Y'all gonna get rid of Westbrook now?
We can get rid of Westbrook.
No, we ain't getting rid of nobody. we good.
Man, it seemed like because I saw the Lakers just signed 2 more people. Like, how many spots do they have on that team? They signed 26 people this season, and they still can't beat Phoenix.
He said 26.
We can't do what?
And y'all still can't beat Phoenix.
You know what, Chris? If we win Friday, I might not hear nothing from you. Hey, let's make a bet. Let's make a bet right now on TV on this show.
Okay,
Chris, if we win, you got to put up that picture we talked about at Bubba's as your profile picture for a week.
Okay. I'll get back to you on what I want from you.
All right, bet.
I don't know what I watch it.
So the Lakers may sign 100 players, but they sign 100 players that can't stay healthy. That's the only thing I can say.
And who's that, Nate? Who's that?
We know AD gonna get. We know AD's good to miss at least 15 games.
Nate, come back on the screen. You want to, don't say something. Run. Who? Name them. Let's go.
Well, Anthony Davis got hurt for a good chunk of the season.
I'm talking about this year. We talking about this year.
Shoot, Anthony Davis.
LeBron.
Anthony Davis.
LeBron.
LeBron could go down again.
What proof of what? See, we talking about what ifs now.
Oh, what? Because he has a headband. He has a headband back this year. He's gonna be good.
No, we're not talking about what ifs. We're talking about most likely ifs.
But you have the same thing. That's the same. That's the same thing.
What ifs? What if LeBron go down?
The same thing, Nate.
Yeah.
But you know what though? You have to say what if because
that's what everybody do. That's what Brooklyn. That's what everybody.
Freddie, you got to understand something.
Because what happens if Joel Embiid go down? What happens if James Harden go down? What happens if the Joker go down? Everybody. I mean, that's the.
But you're the only person who said the Lakers will persevere past any injury and win it all. And
what have I said that? What have I ever said that?
That's not true.
What have I ever said that?
True.
Show your proof, sir. What
That's
have I ever said
not true.
You said as long as the big 3 are healthy?
As long as the big 3 are healthy, they're going to win.
Yes, and as long as Brooklyn's big 3, they have a chance as well.
Man, Kyrie coming back. Kyrie coming back.
Well, gentlemen, man, we done ran out of time, but it was fun. doing the show with you guys. Glad to have you guys back. Fast Break back. And like I said, this is the All Sports All Plays Network. Make sure you like our page, follow our page, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and all that great stuff.
How much money they got to be paying everybody?
Hey, the Bus Family Pockets, we deep over here. Magic Johnson sending some money as well. So we deep over here. Don't worry about our pockets. Don't worry about our pockets. We ain't the ball. We ain't Ballman the Clippers. We ain't cheap. We need
magic.
Hey, Jonathan.
Be that cheap. He bought some land to build himself a new arena. So
hey, you know what? I'm glad that he need to get the heck up out of Staples. He need to get the heck up out of Staples.
Look, Freddie,
You buy all that arena, ain't gonna do jack squat in it.
Freddie, if they would have stayed, they still would have been in the basement regardless. They would have been in the basement regardless.
It looks
they still even they moving out. They still in the basement.
Hey, from seeing the renderings of that stadium, it looks to me that's going to be a problem where the location is. Where the hell is the parking?
Well, they don't need no parking. You can park up real good. You get right up to the stadium. You get some good seats here. They're gonna be what 10 and 62. I mean, I'm just 10 and 72. I mean, oh my gosh, man. You can get some good parking. You ain't gotta worry about no parking.
Well, one good thing though, well, they won't be there when it matters. They won't be there when it's relevant. So we don't have to care about parking. I mean, it's the Clippers. Only thing
Lakers won't be there either. So LA just gonna be empty.
You must don't know basketball. When
it matters, LA won't be there. No,
hey, when it matters, that's why we got 17 of them. How many does your team have? Exactly. I mean, your favorite player. Exactly.
So I need people to leave comments on what y'all want Freddie to do. We need some ideas for what Freddie to do when the Suns beat the Lakers next Friday.
Oh, we're gonna let the fans do it. Oh,
we're gonna let the fans pick.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh my goodness.
Well,
not only I'm a media member, I'm a fan too, so I'm gonna put some stuff in there.
Chris, do you want to tell them what you gotta do?
Oh no, sir. We'll leave that alone. Hey, they already started, Freddie. They already started. They shooting on some ideas.
Yeah.
That burns. That burns. That will burn.
Get the ideas out there.
Anthony Price said wear a Cowboys jersey for a week.
That will burn.
Hey, Jonathan, do me a favor. Mention this on all the other shows too, so everybody starts shooting out their ideas.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop in on some random shows just to make sure people know. Hey,
I need to get that vote up. Hey, get your votes up.
Hey, well, gentlemen, like I said, this is another episode of Fast Break. We'll be back next Friday. You can catch Ray's College Show in the morning. It will be hot. Like I said, whoever comments the most will win a free T-shirt. Anthony, I believe you're in the lead, my friend. I really do believe that. You'll be getting your very own ASAP T-shirt. You got another half of the month, though. But until next time, peace.
Later, guys.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. And there's Jonathan. Nate, take us home.
Oh, now he don't want to pop in randomly.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, never the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.